We are going to be together for about an hour today. We're going to start with a presentation. We're going to learn about the first people who lived in Australia, where they lived, what they ate, what they did, what kinds of animals they saw, and what kind of music they made. And we're going to learn about one of those instruments called the Didgeridoo, which you see over here. And then we have Peter and Bobbi here, who received the blessing of one of the clan elders in Australia to learn to play this and to share the music with all of us. So they're going to show us how to play, and then we'll get to make our own, which is super exciting. So thank you all for being here, and thank you, Bobbi and Peter.
Hey.
Hi everyone, welcome to this beautiful Ann Arbor Library. As mentioned, I'm Bobbi, this is Peter, and we're going to talk to you about the beautiful country that we come from called Australia. And just
That's it. That's not all of it. That's just a little bit. And that is a true original person that lived in Australia over 50,000 years. They still live there. Beautiful human beings. I've lived with them. I've had one save my life. They're just gorgeous people from the heart. And they're the original people that taught me how to play this beautiful instrument that you'll be hearing. And also I wanted to point out, up there is the original flag that they use, which is a night sky. That's why there's black on the top. The red is for the red dirt. There's a lot of iron in the ground in Australia, so there's a lot of red dirt. So they put that on there, and the sun going down. So that's their flag. I think it's a real Australian flag, don't you? Yeah. Isn't it gorgeous?
Beautiful.
And behind that part, does anybody know what that thing is in the middle there? Anybody?
that great big rock. That great big rock is a sacred site. It's called Uluru, and it's the leftover of an ancient mountain system, and it's really huge, absolutely beautiful, and it's one of the natural wonders of the world.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little brief history, a real quick one. We're going to look at some animals. We're going to look at some paintings that they do. And then obviously you're going to be taking your own didgeridoos home. They're smaller because you're so small people. We're not going to give you one of these giant ones. You wouldn't be able to play it. So and you're going to paint your own. So you can design your own didgeridoos and you can take them home and then you can play it at 6 o'clock in the morning in your house. So we're going to go... I'm going to get into trouble.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
So they're basically, an Aborigine is anybody who is originally from the land. Now they do have separate names. They're not tribes like the Native Americans are tribal people, and we all know they're great warriors. Whereas Aboriginal people are more hunters and gatherers, and they are nomadic, which means they travel from place to place because most of them live in the desert area, so it's very difficult to stay in one area. You have to keep moving with the weather. So that's what they do. So let's just keep going. Now,
so what we've got here, is a corroboree, and a corroboree means celebration. And what you're going to hear, you're going to see some dancing, you're going to hear some boomerangs clacking together, and you're going to hear some didgeridoo in the background. So this is a way that the First Nations people of Australia tell their stories, tell their history, tell their creation stories. Everything is an oral tradition, and it's passed down from generation to generation.
Now, my favourite dancer here is the one that's third from the left. So third one over. I think he's the best, but that's up to you. We can discuss that later. But they're going to do a corroboree. It's called a corroboree, which is their meeting, and they dance and tell stories. So, and the didgeridoo is the main instrument that we'll be playing. You can hear it in the background. So let's see what it's like.
He's the best dancer, the one in the middle.
Now that goes on for about an hour. We haven't got time to do the whole thing. But isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And they paint themselves up with the white ochre. And when you do your painting, we'll be using latex paint. but originally it would have been all the colours that are in the ground, so red from the soil. They mix it with emu eggs, like a regular egg, but about 20 times bigger, so breakfast would be huge. And then they use all the different colours for that, and they'll put it on their body. They will also paint their didgeridoos sometimes. But we'll move on from there. Okay, this is some names of families of native Australians. Does anybody want to have a go at saying one of them? The first one, anybody?
It's you say it phonetically, so it's not that hard.
Anybody want to have a go?
Picture, yep. Very good. Pitch and Jajara, give a hand.
Are you from Australia?
Very good.
Okay, who wants the easy one, the next one?
The easy one, the next one. Anyone else? Oh, you tell us, Pete.
That one's easy. It's
That's
just
an easy
arente.
one.
Arenta.
Oh, very good, very good.
Okay,
now,
the
this
worst
is the
one.
last one. This is the really long one. Who's brave enough to say that? Anyone?
Any tough ones here?
Oh, come on. You can do it. Yankanjajara.
Yeah.
Okay?
And with an accent, you've got to get an Australian accent. So it's Yankanjajara. And they speak that fast. I was actually saved by them once. My father and I were caught between two rivers and we couldn't go anywhere, and they came along as nomadic tribes would walk along and they would feed us and keep us alive. So we really appreciate them for that. And this is one of the things, I ate this.
This is a witchetty grub.
It's that big and it moves.
It comes from the witchetty bush and it's this big, thick grub. And what does it taste like, Pete?
Chicken.
Chicken? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It's actually very sweet, and it really tastes nice. Like it might kind of not look that nice, but it does taste really good. And they keep them alive, so they're kind of squirming when you bite into them.
Yeah, so I had to eat that, but thing is, when you're hungry, you will almost eat anything, even McDonald's. I mean, you would.
Okay, so this is a boomerang.
This is a real one, but this one is actually a children's boomerang, and that is what they do. They teach children how to use them, because a real boomerang, let me just show you. See that one there? Looks like a big number 7. They're that big, like a big 7. And what they use that for is they eat kangaroos. Sorry to tell you that, but they do eat them. And what they do is they can't spear them because they move too fast. So what they can do is they work out where he's going to go, and then they throw that boomerang and knock them out, and then they get themselves dinner. But this one is to teach children how to use a boomerang, and this is the one that comes back.
So, hey, we're going to give you a little bit of a demonstration. So all the little kids, I think you need to put your heads down like this, and I'm going to run out, I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to throw it back. So everyone, all the kids, put your head down. Put your head down.
Don't
because
watch.
This is very dangerous. So you got to
It could be dangerous, yep.
that. Okay, very good. Okay, Pete.
Ready? Boomerang throwing competition. I'm very good at this. Insurance would not let me do that. But if you're a professional, as I am, I can do that outside. I could do it outside, but I don't want to hit anybody.
We actually do throw that one. It does come back.
And here we are, the most famous instrument known to Australia, the didgeridoo, also called a Yidaki.
Or Mako.
Yeah, or many different names. There's so many of them. But we all know them as a didgeridoo. This is the real ones. These are made from a eucalyptus tree, which is the most common tree in Australia. It is also the tree that, what lives on a eucalyptus tree? Anybody tell me? Yep, a koala, not a bear. Koala. And he's a marsupial. She has a pouch, and her little kids are called Joey. And this is a real didgeridoo. Bobbi's going to come round, because what happens is the tree will die, and the white ants or the termites eat out the middle. So if you put your finger in there, you can feel the tracks where it's eaten away at the wood. And it is so hard that they can only eat the middle. They can't eat. Do you want to hear what one sounds like? You enthusiastic bunch. Okay, this is my favourite one. These are all in different keys, the different notes, so they're used in different tunes. What you have to do is you have to blow a raspberry. Can everybody blow a raspberry? Like, yeah. And then you have to breathe in at the same time. Yeah, that's called circular breathing. So you've got to breathe in through your nose and blow out through your mouth, and that keeps it going. And that took me 6 months to learn, but some of you smart ones will probably get it straight away. I've had that happen. So it sounds a little like this. Doesn't it sound cool? So yeah, thank you. You'll be getting a much smaller one because you have tiny little, until you get grown up more, you can have one of these giant ones. And Mum and Dad, this one's about $2,000, just to let you know. But that's because it's special. It has a big bell on the end. They're very rare for these trees. But here's the good news. One of these is probably about $400 to $500. So that's not too bad, you know. So put it in your Christmas wish list. But first of all, you have to learn how to play. Now, I do have one here. This is what you'll be using. And has a little lip on one end so it won't hurt you. It sounds a little different to that because it's smaller, obviously. So, but you can still, I just want to prove to you that it is quite capable of making some noise. So, you can sing while you're playing. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you'll be doing that later. Okay. So we're going to show you a few animals so that you can do pictures if you like of them. So we've brought along some Australian animals, and they're going to have drawings of them as well. And they will show you what you can draw on your didgeridoo. You can do anything on your it's your didgeridoo. Do anything you like.
So the dingo is like our Australian wolf. So it looks really cute and gorgeous, but it really is a wolf. So and there's the kangaroo. Oh, you moved on to the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Kangaroo is a marsupial. It has a pouch. It's also a mammal. Feeds its baby milk. The mother is called a Jill. The father is called a Jack, and all baby marsupials are called Joey. So you can see the little. Oh, you moved on.
Yeah, he's going to move in a minute.
That's a male kangaroo. He's quite big. When he stands up, he can be about 6 feet tall.
And they go about 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, so when you're driving along in Australia, sometimes you'll see a kangaroo hopping along the side of the road, catching up to you. It's pretty amazing.
I know. Isn't it cute?
Oh, so cute. So
Snoozy.
cute.
They have to be kicked out because they won't leave. I'm sure the parents know that story. But they have to kick them out eventually because they just want to stay there forever.
Well, you don't blame them. It's pretty nice in there, right?
And I always laugh at this. In the corner there, it looks like they're watching a movie and there's two kangaroos down the front. They're going, oh, this is interesting. And here's the first painting. Just give you an idea of what the paintings look like.
So this is an example of First Nations Australian Indigenous art. And if you look at the kangaroo, you'll see the outline of the animal. You'll also see the insides of the animal. It's almost like your first x-ray. And you'll see like little circles all around. And that represents water holes because Australia is a very dry country. So the water holes are so important. And you'll see like little tracks or highways to each of the water holes because the Indigenous people, being nomadic, they need to know where the water holes are. So they're the tracks showing them where the water is.
Yeah, and they can find water underground. They'll find it. I've seen them do it. They'll walk along and they'll just pick a spot and they'll put their spear down in it and water will come up. It's quite amazing to watch. Okay, the kookaburra.
Here's the kookaburra.
Wait till you hear this. There's a reason why he's called a laughing kookaburra.
This is what we wake up to in the morning.
6
Early in the
o'clock.
morning, 6 o'clock. He's our version of a rooster.
And then you think it's all over, right? No.
Still going.
So their favourite food is a snake,
Yeah, so
which we're happy about.
what you see is like you'll see a kookaburra flying along and they'll see a snake swiveling along the ground. He'll dive down, pick up the snake in his mouth and he'll crack the snake's back open. And sometimes you'll see him flying along.
And drop it. So I've got a little picture. So this is another one. Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Cool bird.
So there's another painting. See, all these paintings are very different, but they seem to have a similarity with the internal organs being shown and stuff like that.
And the water holes and the highways going to the water holes. It's very important.
So I know you all want itching to start, so we're just going to go through the different animals real quick, and then we'll get on to the next part of it. The emu. It's an emu. It's a big bird, just like what's another bird like it? Yeah.
Very good. And,
Just has a different accent.
The emu has the biggest egg in the world. It's absolutely huge. It's about this big.
Oh, yeah. If you wanted to have it for breakfast, you'd have to stay there all day eating it. It'd be the biggest breakfast ever.
And the cool
Huge.
thing is the male emu sits on the egg and raises the chicks.
There you go, girls. What a guy. Does all the hard work.
Pretty cool.
And there's another painting. Aren't they gorgeous? Thank you.
And all of this is just to give you an idea for your own creations.
Yeah.
Goanna.
This one, see, scared her. A goanna, this one is about 6 feet long. They're quite harmless. This one's called a racehorse goanna. Can run really super fast. And if you stand still and it's coming towards you, it will actually
Right
run
up over
up
the
you
top.
and back over the other
Right
side.
up over the top.
That is not a joke. I know Australians are known for telling tall stories, but that's a true one.
Hey, they look scary, but they're not.
And there's another picture. Pretty cool,
You
huh?
can see the spine of the goanna. You can see the water holes. You can see the highways.
So,
Ooh,
This is-
this is a snake.
yeah, we're not trying to stop you going to Australia, ever. But this is the most poisonous snake in the world. It will kill you within 40 seconds.
Yeah.
But he's very shy.
Very small.
And we're glad.
About this big.
Yeah.
Really, really small.
But if you
So-
get a bite, that's pretty much say goodbye.
And the snakes aren't coming after you. They're just in the wild. If you avoid them, they avoid you. If anything, they're more afraid of us than us being afraid of them.
That's true. But the thing is, they don't go after you. It's like somebody said to me once, they said, oh, Australia's full of all these dangerous animals. I said, yeah, but they're not sitting around waiting for you.
No.
They're not, you hardly ever, I have never been bitten by anything in Australia, and I came to Michigan and I got bitten by a black widow spider. Yeah, had to go to hospital, everything. Yeah, it's terrible. Your place is dangerous.
Yeah, I've nearly stepped on a few snakes over here too, so that's never happened to me before.
This is kind of a more modern picture, just giving you some ideas for your didgeridoo painting.
And you can see the lovely dot painting and the patterns. It's all about doing patterns with your artwork, repeating the same pattern over and over and just alternating between colours.
Okay. This is my mate. This is over 20 feet long. We're going to show you what this looks like.
So crocodiles have been, yeah, they can get up to about 20 feet long. They're pretty big. Keep going. There you go. Yep.
There you go. That's how big he is.
Start off this big, end up that big.
Don't worry, he's friendly. Do not have one as a pet. It's not, you're not going to enjoy it. So, this is the last picture we're going to show you. Then we're going to go on to the exciting world of you creating your own didgeridoos. So I'm just going to show you something different. There you go. That one's really fancy, isn't it?
Yeah, check out that beautiful artwork.
So look, our beautiful librarian friends are all putting out the didgeridoos for you now. And then we'll be getting the paint out and you'll be starting to paint. Now, Bobbi's going to discuss what you can do.
Yeah, so what I want you to do when you're creating your didgeridoo creation, I want you to only paint on one side, okay? Just straight up and down. For example, paint on one side, not the back. Okay, one side. And I want you to try to think of some patterns. You've got a few different colours there. All those colours are the colours of the earth. Australian Indigenous people, when they created paints, they used the natural elements of their environment. So they would use orchid sap, honey, they would use rock dust, emu egg, and that's how they created the different colours. So you've got a yellow there, you've got a red, you've got an orange, and you've got a white. So they're all colours of the Australian bush.
Yeah, so we'll be getting to paint soon. And then when you finish painting, we're going to have a didgeridoo get-together where we all start playing them. You can, if you feel confident, you can do a solo.
Yeah. So when you start creating your didgeridoo design, you could maybe create a snake, like down one side of the pipe. You could do some water holes. There's a water hole. You could do some tracks, some emu tracks, or you could do some kangaroo tracks. Okay?
It's all yours. So, happy painting, everyone.
So when you get your paintbrush, they're fine tipped, so try not to use too much paint. Just tip a little bit of your brush into the paint and then start painting straight away. Use one hand to hold the pipe, use your other hand to paint, okay, because you've got to steady it because it's going to roll. All right? And then when you want to change colours, just dip your paintbrush lightly into the water jar, and you've got some napkins to dry off the paint and so forth. When you finish painting down one side of your didgeridoo pipe, to dry your paint, we've got a paint drying station up the back there, and we've got some lovely helpers with Lily and friends, and they will dry the paint for you. And once you've finished, then I want you all to come and sit in the front here, and then we're going to have a little bit of a didgeridoo blowout, okay? So you can all start painting as soon as you've got your pipe, start painting away. Just keep your ideas of, like, you could do the snake, you could do some animal tracks, you can do some water holes, you can do some dots. But just remember, keep that paint very light. Don't slather it on, because if you slather it on, it's going to get very hard to dry. So off you go, enjoy yourself. I'll be walking around and helping you all. So good fun, everyone. Okay, everyone, those that have finished painting their didgeridoo pipes, come down the front because we're going to learn how to play. Woohoo! Come on down. All you kids sit on the floor. If you can do a simple cross-leg position, that would be great. Very good. Cross-leg position, please. Now, okay, so what we're going to do, we're not going to play any didgeridoo until we tell you how to do it first, right? Okay, so the mouthpiece is this round bit here, okay? And so when you play it, your mouth is going to connect with this rounded mouthpiece, and then the pipe is going to connect with the floor to do it properly. Now, Pete, let's hear some... instruction.
So there's a couple of things about it. Don't press it hard onto your mouth. It doesn't need to be. And don't blow too hard because that will spoil it. You just have to be nice and gentle. I'll give you another demonstration on a real one. Well, yours are real. This is just a giant one. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like that. We can all do that.
Let's all do it. So make sure your pipe is connected with the floor because you're not going to get a good sound out of it. Okay.
And now I'm going to play the same one as you've got, so you know how it works.
So didgeridoo pipes in the air. And let's have a listen to Peter while he tells you how to do it. Pipes in the air, please.
So I'm going to go... I could do that all day because I'm breathing in and blowing out like a circle. But you don't have to worry about that. That's something you can learn later. For now, you just got to blow it until there's no more air left. There you go. So, shall we?
Shall we do it? Shall we have a go? Let's all play together at the one time. Shall we have a go? So just make sure that the pipes are on the floor, cross-legged position. Let's do this correctly.
Didgeridoo concert.
All right, let's go. It's going to...
Okay, after the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think there's some success here.
Okay.
Anybody want to do a solo?
Okay, let's do it one by one.
Who's feeling confident?
Who wants to do a solo?
Anybody? Who wants to show
Hands
us?
up. Who wants to do a solo? Okay, let's hear you. Very good.
Go on. Don't be afraid. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. You got it.
That's the sound. You don't have to try so hard. It does nice loose lips. Easy peasy. You can do it. Do you want to do it one more time? That was excellent, by the way. One more time, please.
There it is.
That's it. Excellent.
Anyone else want to have a go?
Next person. Anyone else? Yes. Oh, there you go. Well done. Anyone else? Hands up. Who wants to do it on their own? A solo. Who wants a solo? No one else?
He wants to play drums with it? Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, let's try to do one more time.
Yeah, so just nice and gentle. Breathe in and then play. So count to 3 again. Are you ready? Everyone? 1, 2, 3. I think there's some professionals here just pretending.
Shall we go one by one?
Yeah. Do you want to have a go?
Almost. Try not to push so hard. It's really easy peasy. Loose lips.
Just go like this.
Oh, well done. Very good. Okay, you want to have a go, please? Oh, you are getting better and better. Yes. Okay, now just do it like nice and easy.
Go like this. There it is. See, once you hear that, you know you've got it. Wow. How about Dad? Dad wants to...
Okay, very good. Okay, do you guys? Very good. Just don't try so hard. Just do it really loose lips. Just like doing a raspberry.
Oh, yeah. Did you want to play it? So you go like this, go.
Sit on the floor, cross-leg position. Very good.
Just get nice and relaxed.
Nice loose lips.
That'll scare her.
Like a raspberry.
Just go.
And don't try. Easy.
Don't even think about it. Don't think about it.
Very good. Now, you know that deeper sound that you're making? Just don't try to make it You can do it.
Just one more little bit.
One more, you can do it.
Add it out.
Oh, see that deep sound you're making? That's exactly it. Okay, everyone, let's try to do one more corroboree didgeridoo blowout. Should we try to get this going and make it really happening? I would like some people to do some percussion for me. So, who's not playing? Would you like to do some percussion? I've got some instruments here.
I know he does. He'll hit anything. Oh, did you see the eyes line up just then? Oh, yeah.
We've got a tambourine. Who wants to play the tambourine? Oh, you're playing your didgeridoo. What about Mum? Mum can play the tambourine. We need some rhythm here. And
So this is called a corroboree. That means we're all sitting together telling stories.
I've got another lager phone. Anyone want this?
Made from beer bottle tops. That's why it's called a lager phone.
Okay. What about this? Some message sticks. These are super cool. Who wants to play these?
It's got to click them together. So it's pretty free form. We're not sticking to any rules. So it's kind of like the jazz of didgeridoo. Oh, are you all ready? All right, after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! Nice. It's probably the best team we've ever had.
Very impressive.
The one at the other library we went to, they were terrible. And I was a bit more, hip.
So, has anyone got any questions that you would like to ask us about Australia or the didgeridoo or anything, please? Or did we just give you so much information that you know everything now?
Who wants to take their didgeridoos home with them and practice?
Yay!
You get to keep them, so they're yours now. You can all get up early in the morning. It's always good to practice around 6. No, I'm lying. It's not.
We have Australian rules football, which is it's like
Dangerous.
It's
And
like
cricket.
Yeah, it's football, but there's a lot more running and kicking involved. It's very fast. It's like basketball, but it's with like a football. Yeah.
And they don't wear any padding, and they bang into each other all the time. You probably don't play after 20, 25 maybe,
Yes.
if you're lucky.
When the Aborigines play the didgeridoo, is it just improvisation or do they have a song? And also, when do they play it?
Oh, it's usually like, there's a couple of times they'll do it. They do use it for healing, so they'll play it on a body and they'll do healing. The other times they do it is when they're coming together for an evening of song and dance, where the didgeridoo players who learn from birth.
Yeah.
They're
Father
actually
to son.
families, the father goes it to the son and so on. So I'm pretty privileged to be able to do it. I mean, I'm not handed down. And they always say the didgeridoo chooses you, because it's the last thing I ever thought I'd be doing. I was in a rock band playing, harmonica and singing. Now I'm doing this. but I love it. It's actually a beautiful instrument to, you know,
But
if any of you kids want to carry on and keep doing it when you're older, you can get a real didgeridoo like this, and then you can become super rich.
But they have an oral history, so nothing is kind of written down. It's either in paintings or they do it through their ceremonies, corroborees, and basically they tell their stories, their history through their stories, and there's their creation story. It's all through song and dance, and it's very, very special. It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Actually, they're not tribes. They're actually extended families. So there are so many of them. No one knows how many groups there are. They're all over the place. But it was the same thing that happened here. They move them out of their areas, which they lived in, and move them to somewhere else. And that's been happening pretty much the same as here.
So they don't look at the country of Australia as their country. They refer to country as just the individual area where they live. Like, for example, Washtenaw County would be considered country. So when they say they're going back to country, they're going back to, say, Washtenaw County, not like the USA. So it's very kind of localised what they consider country to be. No, just a pretty necklace.
Well, you could have said yes.
I don't know the history of this necklace, but I just liked it. So, but the didgeridoos are authentic Australian didgeridoos. They were blessed by an indigenous clan. This one is our oldest. We've had this for about 25 years, and it was created in Katherine, Northern Territory. And this is an older design. It's like the crisscross painting, and you can see all the different animals. It's got a man, it's got an emu egg, it's got a barramundi fish, it's got a goanna, it's got a snake. So it's just really, really beautiful. You see a lot of the dot painting now. I'm told that that's for the tourists. This is more of a more traditional paint. So
we
beautiful.
get the inside story from the true Aboriginal people of Australia.
The dolphin didgeridoo that you see over there, that's a more modern design, and we actually think that they burnt out the centre. It wasn't actually like eaten out by termites because they're creating art to sell, so it's a quick way to do it. But this is an old one. It's a traditional one.
So well, thank you for coming out and enjoying this. We want to thank the library for allowing us to do this. I hope you've had fun, and take those beasts home with you.
And we should just do one more didgeridoo blowout. What do you think? One more?
One more big one.
Okay.
Big goodbye
Everyone
one.
get ready.
The Goodbye Clan.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yay!
Thanks, everyone. Beautiful designs today. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you all love to learn about Australia and our Australian Indigenous art, music and culture. Thank you very much.
Thank you.